ScottX1307 back again. Welcome back to the latest episode of Flea Market Gold. It's flea market this weekend and picked up a bunch of books. Unfortunately, it was cold and rainy. There was almost no one set up outside. It was just the indoor vendors. So wasn't really much else to look at except comic books this week, which is usually what I grab anyway. So we'll get into the books here. Got a lot of 20-cent books like usual, but I got an unusual number of price books. Unusual for me. There was a lot of good stuff there. The weather kept people away, so the folks that usually show up early didn't get out that day, and I took advantage of it. So we'll go to the 20-cent books here. First, I have my one and only DC book from the 20-cent stuff, and it's this prestige format Gilgamesh 2, Volume 2 from Jim Starlin. Picked up issue number 1 the other week. Figured I'd go ahead and get issue 2 here, or Volume 2. It looks pretty cool. Now into Marvel books, I've got a few of those. Picked up another issue of Marvel Universe, issue 9 this time. Another cool wraparound cover, and some great history and information on Marvel Universe up to that point, which was what, late 80s, mid 80s, 85. Next issue of X Factor, first volume, number 37. So there's a cool cover here with the Goblin Queen. Then I got What If, number 36. I believe this is from the first volume. This is What If Fantastic Four had not gained their superpowers. It's pretty cool. Homage to Fantastic Four number 1. Then don't usually pick up Fantastic Four unless they are, Silver Age. But this is from John Byrne's run. Always heard a lot of good stuff, and this features the Inhumans and some characters from X-Men. So I figured I'd pick up these few issues. They're 20 cents. And it's some good John Byrne stuff. So Fantastic Four 248. You see on the cover with Black Bolt, Inhumans there. Issue 249. I really like this cover. I am pretty sure this is cover swipe of an older book, but I can't remember what. But you see Gladiators defeated the Fantastic Four. He's holding the thing up there. It's pretty cool. And issue 250, which is the special anniversary issue. It says X Factor. You see here it looks to be X-Men characters. I believe they actually end up being Skrulls in disguise, but still pretty cool. And then an issue of Daredevil, issue number 219, just for the heck of it. Now on to some neat indie books. Like always, pick up a lot of independent stuff, especially from the 80s and 90s. A lot of good stuff out there gets overlooked, and it's really cheap, and a lot of it's really good. So I picked up this book here. I've never seen or heard of this before, but I like the cover, and it looks pretty cool. It's called All Hallows Eve from Innovation Comics. Thought that was pretty neat. Then these are pretty cool. Found a few of these issues. Actually, I think my girlfriend found these in the box she was going through. But they're from Adventure Comics, which was part of the Malibu Eternity. They were all owned by the same company, all by Malibu Entertainment, And back in the late 80s, early 90s. They were doing some series based on Planet of the Apes, and some of them are pretty cool, some of them are not, but it's Planet of the Apes stuff, so I picked these up. This is Planet of the Apes Urchek's Folly. It's a little mini series, I believe 4-issue mini series. I found the first 3. Here's issue number 1, and back cover same as the front cover, colored differently. Here's issue number 2, and number 3. Then I found issue 9 from the Planet of the Apes regular series they did, and issue 11. That was pretty cool. Then I saw this, it's Edgar Allan Poe, Telltale Heart and Other Stories from Eternity Comics, number 1. Really cool cover here. It's black and white interior, a couple of different stories. Pretty neat, pretty neat. Then next 3 issues, I found the first 3 issues of Eclipse Monthly. Nothing spectacular about these, but it does have some story and art by the one and only Steve Ditko. There we go. There's a character called Static, which is this character here. This is issue 1, and in this one it's the last story. And you see there? Yep. Steve Ditko. So, figured I'd picked it up, see what it's like. There's issue number 2. There's like four different stories in each one. Here's issue 3. This next one I thought was really cool to find. Huge fan of this movie, especially when I was young. Forbidden Planet number 1 from Innovation, with Robbie the Robot on the cover. That's a great painted cover. Just love that there. Look at that. Awesome, awesome. Fucking glare. Next, this ties into the other video book I found at Second Charles. I found the Udeman issue number 1 from Dark Horse by Nelson. Great art, interesting looking character. It's cool. Found an issue of Madman Comics I didn't have yet. This is issue number 2. Just love Mike Allred's art. And look down on the back. That's not Allred, but that's cool. Now, a couple weeks back at the flea market, I found an issue of I think they put out back in the 70s, superhero catalog. It was a catalog that showcased toys and games and things like that, put out from manufacturers, and it contains all kind of different heroes, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, things like that. And some of those issues are worth a little bit of money. Didn't know that until I looked the other one up. I think the one I found before, I think it's like issue 5 or something like that. This week I was lucky and found issue number 3. It's it's in pretty bad shape, but it's a Joe Kubert cover. Some Star Wars ads on the back, and it's just really neat. Look through, see the toys and things that kids could buy back when this was put out, late 70s, early 80s. And then And last 20-cent book, Death Rattle number 18 from Kitchen Sinks. Really weird title, but it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Alright, now on to the price books. There's a lot of good stuff in there today. Like I said, the people that usually get there early and just ravage the boxes hadn't gone through there yet. The guy runs the booth, and he's Gerald. He says there's a guy comes in and he hits the price books first, and he goes through and picks out Silver Age and 60s and 70s titles, Bronze Age stuff too, and he usually walks out with stacks like that of just price books. And he said that guy didn't show up, and a couple other people didn't show, and I'm like, that's good for me. So I picked up this issue of Flaming Carrot Comics, number 24. This is from Dark Horse. So this is later in the run, but still pretty cool. My girlfriend hit the jackpot with some Red Sonja and Marvel Feature. The second volume, which was all Red Sonja's first solo title, came out before Red Sonja number 1. Yeah, there were doubles of some of those. She got all the Red Sonjas. There were early issues, like issue 3 to issue 10 or something like that. But I did grab some Marvel Features that I didn't have. Here's issue number 4. I'm just really, really happy that this cover is still so white. It's in really good shape. It's $2. These like $20-something books in near mint. I'd say this is in fine shape. So still for $2, 25% off all price books. So less than $2, definitely a steal to me. Also issue number 5 is a cool cover. She's fighting a bear. This one's also in really good shape. And then the final issue of that run of Marvel Feature, number 7, where she's battling Conan on the cover. Great cover here. And I think that completes that run of Marvel Feature for me. And then always looking for some Uncanny X-Men books that I don't have. It was issue 197 in terrific shape. You had it for $2. Take it all day long. It's John Romita Jr. back when his art was still good. And Dr. Doom on the cover, so can't go wrong there. I thought this was neat. Unfortunately, it's his volume 2, but still cool nonetheless. Secret Origins number 1. Golden Age Superman. Yeah, this was cool to find. This is the Origin of Power Girl from Showcase number 97. And number 98. Very cool. All these books were in really good shape, considering. I mean, these are all in fine, very fine shape here. The last few are still in pretty good shape. Picked this up because I really like the cover. I always like this character. I just don't have a lot of issues with him in it, and but still, Adventure Comics number 432 with the Spectre. I just thought it was really cool cover. I like the colors, these bluish greens, and then this, what you call this? It's hard. My lighting here is horrible. It looks kind of brownish here. It's like a reddish, like a rust color. Really cool though. It was $4, so all the ones up to them were $2. Power Girls were $2, so this was $4. Then these two were really, really cool. Original run on Teen Titans, Volume 1, number 44, Fighting Dr. Light. This is in VG+. It's a miswrap here. See, the staples are still centered. I've just got this white border. And you can see how the code stamp is a little cut off. It's just a miswrap, but still Thing's in fine shape. And this is probably in VG, but it's a little older, so it's understandable. This is Teen Titans number 7. I think it's from 1967? Probably wrong about that. 12-cent cover though, featuring the Mad Mod. It's a really weird villain. Love these old issues though. Last two here. This was just, thought this was a great cover. It's I think it's Garcia Lopez. I believe that's what that says. Still thought it was neat. Batman 311. It's got Dr. Phosphorus on the cover. Like these greens and the dark colors around it. Really neat. And it's older Batman. And last issue from the flea market this week. It's really cool to find this, especially after a couple weeks ago finding a bunch of DC Kirby issues. I found Mr. Miracle number 2. This one is in great shape. Not near mint, but fine plus, very fine minus. Still white. No major creasing. Corners are a little soft, but they're not creased or nothing torn. It's got a tiny little spot right here. That's still, I think it's in fine shape. $5, 25% off. Definitely a good deal. First appearance of Granny Goodness. So it was an awesome day. Like I said, my girlfriend got some good stuff. A good run of Red Sonja and those Marvel features with Red Sonja. Sonya, however you pronounce it. My sister's name is Sonya, but she spells it with a Y, and it's Sonya.